The podcast today is really something.
And I think we said that about yesterday, so I'm afraid it's almost a trend at this point.
Must be.
At the end of the week, we get to really somethings.
We probably just need the week to end. So that way...
Then on Monday, we'll regroup and we'll be back to a little less oomph to what we're talking about.
We need to reset, come back together, and that way on Monday we'll be back to where things should be. And it may degrade across the week, but we got to have the break so we can at least get it back to...
Almost like we reset on a Monday.
Yeah.
So here's the podcast that you'll experience throughout this weekend of our Friday stuff.
I told Nikki, I was like, if there's one break in particular, I find another new job for Nikki. And I was like, if you take that break from like where it starts to where it ends up, I don't know anybody that would get the first reference and the last reference together.
You do.
I get it.
You connect it.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that's there. We also talk about Farmer getting engaged, which led to some very odd texts and phone calls. Then Nikki's back on the celery powder.
Well, celery juice, but in powder form.
Off air, we were talking about when I really get concerned is when Nikki starts snorting it.
Like I have green on, Well, if you've ever met someone who perhaps has a problem with another powder of sorts, sometimes they'll have like white in their nose, but this time I'll have green in my nose.
We also talked to Paradise Now, brand new band to Tooth and Nail and RadioU.
Yeah, we have a song that we play from them called Baptize. They're the first RadioU band from Wales, and they just seem like genuinely very nice guys. So hopefully you'll enjoy hearing from them.
Another thing that you can be on the lookout for is it's not actually in the podcast, and I don't feel like we really talked about it very much today. There's so much going on. But yesterday, Nikki and I went and tried the Reese's Donuts, the new ones that they've got at Krispy Kreme. And there is a
review.
Yeah, a review and eating, a taste test, a Skip's work. You can find it all at riot.radiou.com.
You have to watch that this weekend. People love when we do our Skips Works videos because you can just watch us. We drive to Krispy Kreme. We eat the donuts. We drive back. So you get the whole trip.
The whole trip.
And that's at facebook.com/RadioU or RadioU Riot. Because if you watch it there, that's where we hosted it live. You can comment along with it.
All right. Well, hey, you guys enjoy the podcast today. Please reach out. Say what's up. We'd love to hear from you. And Nikki and I are going to go do the other stuff we do.
We're just going to calm down.
I feel good. I feel great.
And we'll be back Monday with some other stories that don't involve anything that I'll be doing after the show.
No, I can't promise that. Okay. I can't. I don't want to make any promises because
who knows what you'll find this weekend.
If I do, that's going to lead to the perfect, idea.
Again, I said it, I think, yesterday, but thank you for listening and just being with us through all the amazing shows and all the more
ups and downs.
Yeah, the more stressful shows you might have to listen to.
Yeah, it's the riot.
Bye.
The definition of insanity is putting the riot on again and again and expecting a better result. It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
Let's talk about anxiety, Nikki. Does Rolo suffer from anxiety?
Absolutely.
How do you know?
He is one anxious dog.
Okay.
It's actually in the breed. I have a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. He's very anxious. He can't just, stop if, say, someone comes over. And normally a dog will be like, oh, hello, woof, woof, and just run around. But then he'll stop and calm down. His type of breed of dog keeps going forever and ever.
That's the part I don't understand.
Because they're anxious.
To me, I'm just like, yeah, it's a dog. They do stuff like that.
No, not to the degree. So, his breed is known for it.
So the idea that I'm amazed by it. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying that as a non-dog owner, it weirds me out when people are like, yeah, my dog has a lot of anxiety and some depression.
No, not depression, but he has very much anxiety.
What are you talking about? How do you know he's anxious? For all you know, what if he's just excited? No, he's anxious.
Well, I guess you're right. It could be exciting. They call him the eternal puppy. So soft-coated Wheaten Terriers almost never have the ability to grow up and slow down.
Well, isn't that good? They have a childlike heart. Isn't that a good thing?
No, not all the time when people come over. It is not a good thing.
So this problem's really with the people.
Is it?
It's not
they
with the
should
dog.
stop coming over.
People should stop coming over.
No, but they say it's more of an anxiety trait.
If they say so. One man's anxiety is another man's excitability.
True.
So
that is true.
Here we have maybe what you're looking for, Nikki. There's a company in Colorado that has developed Toast Woof. Now, Toast is the company, Woof is the brand. It's a full-spectrum hemp extract so that you can give your dog some CBD oil.
Ooh, to relax a little bit?
Help him just relax a little bit. Just chill out. You
now,
just squeeze it into his food.
Don't be using your dog's stash with it.
And then, he gets a chance to just chill out a little bit.
If not, you can get your dog anti-anxiety medicine.
Well, they're saying instead of giving them those chemicals that they make in factories, this is something that's all natural, squeezed out
something with that?
Wherever it comes from. Yeah. So CBD oil is legal in your home state, Nikki.
I should look into
that. So you
that
just
for
go
him.
ahead and get some CBD and chill.
Well, not me. He needs to get
your
some
dog.
And chill.
Or maybe a little for him, a little for you. I've noticed that you're a little excitable sometimes.
Maybe I'm picking up on his anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah. The moments when you're not leaning into your mic saying, I'm so tired, you're really excitable. But other than that,
I'm fine.
It seems like a bit much for you.
I don't know. For dogs, I don't want to get into is that something that's been helpful to humans. I know a lot of people who use that.
Okay.
So would it work in dogs as well? Maybe.
I'm just going to read this sentence to you.
And just leave it at that.
Research into the effects of marijuana and CBD in pets is limited but ongoing. So,
yeah, it's very hard to run a study with pets with that.
If Fido needs to burn one down in order to relax a little bit, you know how it is.
I don't know. I got him the one of those thunder coats. It's a wrap that you put around him to help him feel more at ease.
Yeah.
That did not really do anything. In fact, he was anxious even more because he hates wearing clothes.
Me too. I can identify with that.
Now, that's because I went through a little phase where I was trying to make him to wear shirts and hoodies. But
oh, my gosh.
If you're looking for all the funny moments you missed during the riot, we apologize. You won't find them here. There weren't any. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Everybody loves a good love story, don't you? You like a good love story, and you're thinking to yourself, I do. I really do. Well, here's a love story. You're a farmer. She's a farmer. And it's time to propose, and you've got to find something that's unique and works.
How do you do it?
You know what? I'm not even going to make it interesting. The farmer guy shoved an engagement ring on a cow's udder.
Isn't that weird?
So she found it on the udder when she went to milk the cow.
Sydney posted the picture yesterday.
Yep.
If you want to see what's it when you get an engagement, like your shots and stuff, your pictures.
Engagement photos?
Yeah, I thought there was another term for it. But
engagement session?
Maybe that's it.
You
can see the session.
Waste of money?
That's also a term, too, of the proposal, and it's there. You can see the lovely couple.
It's very romantic.
Maybe because we're not farmers, we don't understand. I'm just not comfortable with that.
Something about it seriously grosses me out, which doesn't make any sense.
I don't even know if I would accept the ring.
Yeah, you would.
No, I would swear. I would tell him to swear that we never tell anyone what has been done, and we don't want to do that.
This would be like if when Eric proposed to you, you came in and the ring was hanging on the screws that hold the mic together.
Actually, there's a difference, though. This is my microphone, and that is a part of a cow.
I know, but what I'm saying is you wouldn't give much thought to this is an object that I work with every day, and that's the way a cow's udder is to a farmer. It's just something that they work with every day.
It's just so very, very weird.
It's the down on the farm version of the soda dispenser.
Sure.
It's it comes out of there, we get the milk and the butter.
Maybe because I also don't like milk. I just think I'm really grossed out by it, but it's weird.
So, everybody is coming in with their udder
their
jokes.
Puns and jokes with
man,
it.
They're everywhere. Utterly ridiculous. Thank you, Mike. Carl saying utterly adorable. So if anybody wants to get any more udder jokes, we're here.
They're also
877-2 RadioU.
If you want to text us, you're more than welcome to. But if you go to the Facebook page at RadioU Riot.
There's a lot there.
Or actually our RadioU Facebook page, just go in the comment section. You'll see a ton there.
A lot of people had a lot to say.
Congratulations for getting engaged. Though we know and do not understand why they got engaged that certain way.
I'll just say this. This is what you get when the wedding industry has run amok. It's like It wasn't enough that you had to have wedding photos. You could have wedding photos. You have to have engagement photos. Then you have to have pre-engagement photos. You got to have promposal photos and all this kind of stuff. Nobody would have stuck the ring on the cow's udder if they weren't like, is this grammable? Is
this what we do?
I got to get this on the gram.
No, you could tell. I could see farmers doing that, and just no one knew.
In the 1800s?
Yeah. Like,
No.
where does the ring go?
I don't think so. It doesn't go there.
I know it doesn't, but maybe they were like, well, here.
Can you show me the Angus?
Here, Farmer Bob. But the ring goes. That's what you do with your lovely fiancée, Sarah.
I mean, in fairness, romance is highly subjective.
It
What
is.
one person thinks is romantic, another person thinks is not at all, which is fine. Like, that's, in the end of the day, you want to craft romance to the person you are being romantic with. But just real talk, ladies, if you want to give me a gift, don't put it on the cow. Bring me parts of the cow.
That's how Farmer Obadiah does it.
Put it.
You might think by hearing his name he'd be comfortable with this approach, but he's not.
Put an Xbox controller next to a steak. Or a burger.
Put it on the Xbox controller. That's where you put the ring.
One day, a heroic time traveler will go back in time to make sure none of this ever happens. Until then, it's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
You guys can always tell where I'm at in the week based entirely on what am I looking at on the internet. Because like when I come in Monday and Tuesday, I'm like, I'm all business. I'm like, all right, I'm focused. I'm checking on what's going on. Like I'm making sure that I'm ready to give you guys the best show that I can.
So then on Friday, though, now as we find ourselves at the end of the week.
On Friday, I want to say things to Nikki like, hey, did you know that the Purge election year is only $5 on iTunes right now?
This is the day that I usually get the most information on what is the deals when it comes to movies.
Well, Nikki, you know, they're re-releasing RoboCop 2 on Blu-ray?
Oh, no. Don't you dare buy that. Why would you buy that at all?
Okay. This is a true story. My friend Ben and I, when that RoboCop remake came out a couple years ago, we were both like, did you ever see RoboCop 2? I don't know. There was another RoboCop. They made another RoboCop. We should watch that second RoboCop movie. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Streaming, you mean?
Oh, no. It was nowhere. Couldn't rent it. Couldn't buy it. Couldn't anything. It was just like weirdly out of print. So we finally, like for weeks, looked for a copy of this movie, found it used, bought it, and watched it. And we're all just like, oh.
Wasn't worth it all.
Well, you know how something becomes like a thing between you and your friends where you're like, we're doing it.
You wouldn't have felt good
it.
until you tried it.
Right. We got to do this. And it becomes like this thing. So we're like, we made RoboCop cupcakes. And we made we made it a thing. It was a thing.
I'm not hearing this.
What?
But now you can buy it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, the collector's edition, it says.
RoboCop 2, wow.
All you got to do is call it a collector's edition. I'm buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not. It's fine. So, is there anything else you want me to help you?
No, is there any other good deals or?
Well, Nikki, have you ever seen The 100 on the CW?
I've not.
Okay, well, I can tell you that I can get you the entire show for $45 or a season at a time. We can do $9.99 per season.
Yeah, hold on that. Why don't you just send me the page? Maybe I'll look through too if
look
there's
through
another
it.
deal.
Yeah, okay. All right. The Nut Job 2, that's on sale. Did you ever see that one?
I've not seen that.
That's the animated one.
Oh, okay.
And something about the animals in the backyard, and the nut job is a wink, wink, nudge, nudge that one of them is a squirrel.
The squirrel. Okay. Why don't you just minimize that? I don't share too many more deals. We don't want people leaving the show to go
because they're all
find the
going to
deal.
be shopping.
We want to make sure that they stay with us, and we can always send you the link so you guys can look later.
You know what? You're right.
So close that right on up.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
It's fine.
The worst podcast with the best listeners. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
We were going to talk about Nikki's future occupation, but first, Nikki's over there drinking her tonic. What the heck is that?
It's celery juice, but it's powdered celery juice that you turn into.
How do you make celery juice worse?
Yeah, I think the problem is normally when I get celery juice, it has a little bit of lemon juice to kind of take the edge off. But with powdered celery juice, it's the convenience of making it anywhere without the mess. But it tastes way worse.
But isn't one of the points of eating celery all the roughage?
Well, no, not the part that juices out, you mean? You still have the nutrients.
Right, but you're not
without
getting
the
this
fiber.
You're not getting the cellulose and the fiber that's
but I'm not eating celery.
pushing things through, Nikki.
No, we're just doing celery juice.
Whoa.
That's what you're supposed to be having.
Yuck.
You want some?
No, I don't.
It's good.
What do
you just
you
have to keep shaking it up.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know.
Whose idea was that? Like, at what point, at some point, you decided to yourself, I need more celery. I should drink this juice. Can you walk me through that process?
It's been at the beginning of this year, but celery juice became super popular because it's a great way to have juice, but it's not as bad if you have a lot of fruit juice. Because celery, it's just not as bad for you. Because, if you have a lot of juice, it's got a lot of sugar in it and stuff. This does not.
Which is why it's good.
And it's supposed to be good for your skin and all the things that you think. It's just really good. But it's a pain in the butt, and it's very expensive if you want to buy it already pre-juiced.
Okay, sure.
So here, my mom got me a little thing of powdered celery juice. And then you just put it in a little bottle, shake it up.
Okay.
And
then you put it in the fridge. You told
keep
me
it really cold.
that if it's really cold, you can barely taste it.
No, they say if you keep it very cold, it helps make it more palatable.
Hey, you know what that means?
What?
It's gross, and you're trying to find a way to choke it down.
Oh, yeah. It actually would help if I added a little splash of something else in there.
How about I got some Dr. Pepper in the fridge?
Actually, that might be a big improvement.
Just put a little Dr. Pepper in there.
A little coffee creamer. Little coffee.
It's good.
You have to make it work for you. We all have different tastes, so I got to add a little something in there.
We're all going to die.
No, we are.
No, we're not. Yeah,
I thought you said now. Like, we're all going to die now.
No.
And I was like, no, we're not.
I told Nikki last night that celery juice is buying her about 30 seconds on the end of her life.
Great. 30 seconds more, and then I'll have glowing skin and just be very healthy.
You'll be like, you know what? We're going to unplug the machines now. She's like, hang on, 30 more seconds.
I get to live longer than him over there.
I had the celery juice.
I drink that terrible stuff every day.
Here, wait, hang on. Get in Grandma's purse, all right? Pull it out. See what it says?
Well,
I'm supposed to live longer because celery juice.
I just like how, you find something that a trend that you want to take part in for celery juice, and then you go to the juicery, but it's so expensive. So then it keeps
juicery.
The juicery. You go there, you pick it up, and it's a lot of money. And so now we've backed it down to where you can have the powder of it. You just try to make it cheaper, and just make it at home.
Now listen. Whatever you want to do to be healthier, that's great, Nikki. But this thing I will say is when you use a word like juicery, here's what I feel like. Our society might be a little too affluent because people are like, we've got to figure out a way to make money. Well, people are too lazy to juice their own stuff. Why don't you come in here and we'll juice it, but we'll charge you more than beer?
Oh, yeah. It's expensive.
I know. It's absurd.
If you're going to any like a dispensary, a juicery.
The other thing I find myself thinking is we're like, world hunger. We've got to fix this. We've got to fix that. And in the meantime, we're like, oh, we don't want to eat it. Just drink it and we'll throw the other parts away.
No one wants the other part of my celery. No one wants that. I'm not being wasteful with that. Don't make it about that. And maybe with the powder stuff, I'm getting all that in there, I bet. It's all in there.
Nikki, all you're getting is green food coloring and something real bitter they're adding to make you think it's celery.
That's probably true.
Things are never as bad as they seem, except when it comes to the riot. Then they're worse. They're always worse. It's the Riot on Radio U.
Now, this morning, not only do we have some people that are brand new to us.
Yes, to Radio U.
But they are international customers, Nikki. This is Paradise Now.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Hey, good thanks. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Where you're at. So are you guys in Wales or where are you at?
Yeah, we live just 2 hours west of London in a country called Wales.
And, okay, now I should probably know things like this, but when you're, if you're in Wales, do you say you're Welsh or you're British? Like, when you answer that question, how do you answer it?
Yeah, we're Welsh.
Okay, Welsh.
So,
not English.
It depends where you are in the world, though, because if people don't understand where Wales is or what it is, then we just probably say British, or if we have to, we say English. But
that's at last resort. Is that it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you guys have a stronger identity as being Welsh. So let's remember that, Nikki.
And we will not forget.
Don't refer to them as English in any way, shape, or
So
form.
are you, which people can log on and check out through Radio U or Radio U Ride on Facebook right now if you want to see them. Is that your studio that you guys record stuff in, or where are you at?
Yeah, we're at a place called Longwave Studios with our Ramesh. Whoop, whoop.
Cool. So what are you guys doing in the studio this morning? Are you working on some music?
Or is it just to talk to us?
Yeah, we're so we have an EP coming out this fall. Are working on something beyond that EP as well. Not sure how much we can share on it, but we're just excited to be launching the band really, and some new music and everything that we're doing.
Cool. So for us, Paradise.
This is Paradise Now.
Yeah, Paradise.
And they're out of Wales.
Paradise Now
Welsh.
is new to us. How long have you guys been together?
We've been in and out of music for quite a while. But Paradise Now has been going, like 2 years with the members, or
Yeah.
like,
Well, so we've been playing music together as a group of lads for 2 years. But we signed to Tooth and Nail and changed the name in October of 2018. So we literally played our first show under our new name, Paradise Now, weekend, in a place called Cornwall in England. So yeah, we're kind of a brand new band.
So, as a brand new band, what is the scene like for you guys there in Wales or around the UK? Like, do you guys have a lot of places and venues where you're able to play? Are you just really kind of getting started to get your name out there? What does that look like?
yeah, there's a lot of rich when it comes to rock music in South Wales. There's some bands like Valentine grew up near us, and for friends, kind of old school stuff, and some of that really kind of strong musical like just supportive places. And Cardiff, the city centre, there's a lot of venues that we're hoping to get into soon. But yeah, with the music, we're kind of just trying to focus on getting the product all ready and getting it out there. And so, it's kind of early days yet, but we just love playing. We're excited about kind of playing all around Wales, and
And then, of course, you got to make Tooth and Nail bring you over here so you can play in the U.S. too.
Well, there might be some big updates coming on that. We might be heading your way pretty soon.
Good. That's good to hear. This is Paradise Now. They are new to Radio U, so you can request their new song if you want. Of course, follow them on social media and learn more about it. So did you ever say, what was your band name before Paradise Now?
One Direction.
That's a good one. I think we heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Harry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. This is Nathan and Sam, by the way, from Paradise Now.
Now, are you guys the brothers?
No.
The
brother, my brother, he's laying down the guitars for a song at the moment. But we're normally the representatives, me and Nathan, because apparently we're the ones that can talk a little bit better than the rest. So,
so you guys get the honor every time.
Yeah. And the pretty ones.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, is he hideously ugly, so you guys shove him back in a room?
Yeah, he's the talented one, but he doesn't have the looks. So
you say
put him in the background.
He's musically talented, and it's best he focuses on that.
Yeah, he does it tonight, though. So, I mean, he can't be that ugly.
All right, so we're talking to Paradise Now. It sounds like you guys have got a lot coming up in the future that you're going to be ready to talk to us about, but a lot of it's under wraps.
So hopefully unveiled soon.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we have our EP coming out, which will be our kind of debut EP this fall, when we may or may not be on tour in America. And so yeah, no, we're just excited, and we're honored that you guys are, as unknown as we are, we're honored to be joining you guys on Radio U.
Yeah.
So this American tour that may or may not happen,
No one knows any details yet.
Where is it that I could look if I want to keep my eyes out for when that gets announced?
Just our socials. So our social media is at Paradise Now Official, and then website's paradisenow.official.com. So yeah, just we keep our socials up to date, and there's updates will be there real soon.
All right. Well, this is Paradise Now, guys. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
taking the time to hang out with us. We appreciate it.
Hang tight. It's Nathan and Sam. And like they mentioned, I would follow social media so you can learn more about them and then be prepared when more details about this fall comes out.
Obadiah and Nikki tried their hardest, and that's what really matters. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Here's the thing. I was listening to, does anybody know who Joyce Meyer is? She's a international speaker.
Yeah.
She goes places. You know, I heard her say the other day, you can't keep doing the things you've always done. And she was talking about how, like, at some point, she's going to, I mean, I feel like she's basically telling people she's getting ready to retire.
Oh, you think so?
She hasn't said that,
well,
but she's saying stuff like that.
You're laying the groundwork for it.
And the first thing I thought when I heard that was Nikki. I was just like, you know what?
I'm going to take over?
She can't keep this up. She just can't. She cannot continue to be harassed on a daily basis so early in the morning.
One day it'll break.
She's having to drink, what is that?
That's the powdered celery juice.
She's got to drink powdered celery juice just to get by. And at some point, it's all going to break down, and she's going to have to do something else. The stress is going to be too much for her.
So what do you think I should do?
Okay. Now, yesterday, and even some today, we've talking about how Nikki would be a great drug mule because everybody likes her, so she'd have no trouble getting through customs.
I don't know how me being a likable person has jumped to drug muling, but whatever.
Okay, just telling you. But here's another one. You're so likable, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm reading this story about a woman in Brazil who just got arrested. But her gig was she would go to nightclubs and bars.
Oh, I've heard this one.
Did you see this one?
Yeah, she would take all the money.
She'd slip a little something in this guy's drink.
Why is this what I would do? It's so not my style. I guess I have to move on to something different.
Nikki, you know what? If you keep saying that, then you're never going to be drugging people at bars and stealing their money.
Okay. Coming off of drug muling, will you stop doing this? It's the worst things.
Nikki, okay.
You're picking the worst things. So basically, she drugged them.
What do you want to do? You want to
take all their money, rob them, and they would take, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars each night from all these guys.
Yeah. So she would have, and this is great, she had a credit card machine back in her hotel room. She would just run their credit card.
Run their credit card.
Okay. But here's the thing, Nikki. It's either this or you become the CEO of a Fortune 500 company.
Why aren't you coming at me with that? Why can't I do that?
Because you're going to be so stressed out, you're going to be out there hiring drug mules, okay?
I need to leave corporate America.
You can't handle the stress, okay? I'm talking about every night you go out, you have a good time. At the end of the night,
I'd probably meet a lot of the same people if I was being a drug mule or this thing.
Come on.
Why?
Come on.
I was hoping to work a more honest job, but maybe it's wrong of me to say this isn't.
Remember that I started at Goat Farm. I got you out of the city. I got you surrounded by animals that need nurtured and loved, and all you've done is reject that. So I'm trying to find you a much more hip, fast lifestyle.
To get some more money.
Keep you in the urban areas where, things are happening.
I guess I appreciate you working on that. I just feel like this is still not the right fit, and I don't know what is.
Wait. Drug farm.
Drug goats. Oh, my gosh. We put the drug in the goats.
We put him in the goats.
Now, it was a combination of what you were bringing me.
If you've never listened to this show and you just stopped by.
I apologize. I'm so sorry you just stopped by. It's him, okay? It's all him.
Oh, it's not me at all.
It is you.
It is you. Nikki, you're the one that's over there like, I got to get a new job. This is the worst.
I never say that.
You didn't say that?
No, I never say that. I'm happy here. I don't know why I'm happy here, but I am happy here.
I don't know why I'm happy in this cesspool with you, having to sit here every morning listening to you.
Keep a smile on my face and have a pretty good attitude about it. So we're working on that.
And that's why I'm worried about you.
So you're just making it very hard. Again, if you're just listening, I don't want to be a drug mule, and I don't want to take people's money if I drug them at night.
So you want to let them keep their money when you drug them at night? Is that what you're saying?
No, don't want to even drug them.
Okay. All right.
I live a quiet life at night. I don't want to even go out anymore.
Don't worry. There's plenty of time left in the day.
It.
I'll keep looking for your next gig. All right. And in the meantime, keep drinking that celery juice. That's going to solve everything.
Maybe I should grow celery. Have a juicery.
Uncomfortable silences during that morning carpool? Not a problem. These two never shut up. It's The Riot on Radio U.
Nikki, why don't you use Snapchat more?
The second Instagram stories, which I know is just copying off of Snapchat, but the second that rolled in, because I like Instagram a lot more, I was totally done with Snapchat. And every so often I pull it back out just to see the filters, but I don't even use it. It's too late to start using it again.
You feel like it is?
Yeah.
I haven't snapped in a long time. I mean, I have an account.
I liked it.
I Snapchatted for a while, and then yeah.
So Insta stories it is.
So Snapchat is all excited. Mm-hmm. They're about to raise $1 billion in debt so that they can, refresh things a little bit. They're going to take that billion, and a couple of executives are going to run away with half of it, and then the other half is going to go to the company.
Well, that's the plan.
And then they're going to sink it, and eventually the company runs out. But at least those executives will have been able to embezzle a lot before they left.
It's like, Obi has a real sharp mind for business. He knows the plan.
And you're like, it doesn't work that way.
They're going to take, what was all
does.
The Snapchat, was the spectacles or whatever? Mm-hmm. They're going to take all those and just run with it.
Yeah. So they say they're going to invest deeply in AR technology. Now, keep in mind that AR, augmented reality, that's actually what a Snapchat filter is. Mm-hmm. It lays graphics over in real time things that you're looking at.
It's what you wish you looked like all the time when you are so used to seeing yourself with a filter on, and then you see yourself unfilter when you're sad.
So they say that they are working on something called world lenses, which place AR, so augmented reality content, in the world instead of just on faces. So Snapchat would like to work on the first viable consumer head-worn AR headset. So think Google Glasses or Google Glass.
But a headset?
But it would be a Snapchat-branded pair of glasses that you would put on, and then you would see their stuff in the world. So it would be like a graphical heads-up display on the world.
So I'm interested in that, but Snapchat, why don't you tell me when Instagram does it? And then I'll...
And then it'll be time.
And then I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
And Nikki, don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like when it comes to social media, you're fickle enough that if they came up with a new hotness, you jump ship and head right over.
No, I don't think so. I'm very comfortable on Instagram. I really like it the most. Way more than Facebook, way more than Twitter, way more than everything else.
And Facebook don't care. They own Instagram.
Yeah, but...
And if Snapchat becomes way more successful, they'll just copy it or buy it.
I don't think a company can come back to how successful it was before. It's almost impossible. They can never... What was the one before Facebook? What was the one that then came back and tried?
Oh, and Justin Timberlake bought it and sang about it.
Let's do music. That's it. Yeah. Like, you cannot go back to the glory days. And I feel like Snapchat had that.
I feel like people are saying that about us somewhere right now. They're like, guys, give up. You can't go back to the glory days.
Are we the Snapchat of radio shows?
Maybe we are.
The Riot. Not everyone's a fan.
I wonder whose idea this was.
Radio U.
My question, vanity glasses. Okay? Dumb or not dumb, I guess.
I can't believe you've never seen someone wearing them like that. That was your first experience with it?
Well, I guess what it comes down to, I've probably seen plenty of people wearing vanity glasses.
Never knew it.
And I just didn't know.
Yeah.
This came up in conversation where it's like, oh, yeah, I'm just wearing these glasses for the look. And I'm like... Wait.
You can kind of tell style wise, like if they're way, way stylish, they're usually not prescription. Usually when people pick a prescription glass, eyeglasses, it could be stylish, but still practical.
Okay.
For every outfit.
I will tell you that the one thing that I immediately thought of, and I told this person in there, is that there's a line from Seinfeld, a show that I do still love, in which he says, fake glasses? That's like getting a wheelchair to just cruise around in.
No, it's not. Why do you have to take it to that level?
Because glasses are for a disability.
Yeah, I guess. Is eyesight that's not 100% a disability?
You know what, Nikki? I'm going to let that go. You just haven't thought that all the way through.
Well, no, you mean...
You just haven't thought that all the way through.
It's not the same. Well, I mean, I guess.
Okay. Matt from Columbus says, fake glasses? That's lipstick on a pig.
Dressing that up. Guys,
I love it. That's my favorite right there. Kyle says, as a prescription glasses wearer, it doesn't bother me if non-script people wear them. Non-script. I love that.
There's a term.
Now we're dividing people.
There's a term for this.
We're giving people terms. You're a non-scripter. They're just trying to look as good as me.
Okay.
Olivia says, what's wrong with glasses? Are people making fun of my eyesight? It's also obvious to tell if it's not prescription. Hashtag posers.
Yeah, you can't. It usually has a look.
Yeah. Okay. Michael says, seems odd, but of all the things people do to change their look, this seems like one of the least odd choices. Juan says, absolutely not. Jeff says, stop marginalizing the visually impaired. It's a movement.
It's a movement, right? Well, I think glasses look really nice. Like Obi sometimes will wear contacts, but I think you look really good with glasses.
Oh, I look good, Nikki.
So I feel like for those that don't need it for their eyesight but still want to wear it, I mean, it's a compliment.
Okay. Doug says, no way. That would be like wearing a cast on your leg because you think it looks cool even though you don't need one. And Doug, I got news for you. I had a friend of mine in junior high that really wanted to break his arm because he thought casts were so awesome.
So he did, or did he wear a cast?
Well, he, to my knowledge, never broke his arm, but...
I've seen that on one of those TLC shows. There's a name for that because they feel like there should be wearing it.
Dysmorphia, maybe?
Something like... But
well,
this guy would always wear a cast, and he would go through the whole thing. He would wrap it, and we're not talking just putting a sling on.
Yeah.
Like the actual wrapping of a full cast, and he would just change different parts in his body that he would wrap.
I don't know. Like that, yeah. Jeff says Clark Kent wore vanity glasses. Let me tell you what, Jeff. That's different.
He did.
No, those
You're
were not.
right, Jeff.
No, those were not.
Or was that to hold back the lasers and stuff?
Let me tell you something right now, Nikki. Those glasses were there for a reason, and they were not vanity glasses. They were there to protect his identity.
I always thought it was...
That's not the same. The guy I saw at the wedding this weekend was not like, oh, I don't recognize you. I don't believe it.
Yeah, but everybody always makes fun of with Superman how could you not still tell it was him?
Nikki,
the glasses are not going to change your appearance that much.
There are things you don't do, okay? You don't pee in the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape.
And you don't
make fun of Clark Kent for his glasses.
I'll write that one down.
Okay. You go right ahead. We'll wait.
I will put that down. I won't forget it.
We'll wait while you get it done.
If you want to wear them, I think they look good, so.
Okay, fine. It's fine. But you know what?
Just don't tell Obi if you are wearing them.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Faking an illness, it's cool. Don't worry about it.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
You're listening to a morning show hosted by two people who absolutely despise getting up in the morning.
Will you give me a break one time?
The Riot, Radio U.
Talking about vanity glasses, and I want you to know that you can comment all you want, but Alyssa wins.
You really like hers.
It's the best one, and because we were talking about Superman and the fact that he wears vanity glasses, and I said that's ridiculous because they're part of his disguise, and Alyssa says that no one recognized him because who would wear fake glasses?
And that's her text.
That's exactly what we needed. I also want to say thanks to Gabe, who was commenting on you, Nikki. You said, wait, was that to hold back the lasers?
Is that why would Superman wear the glasses?
I about fell out of my seat. And, we didn't talk about it on air, but I believe we were all thinking about how Cyclops, Scott Summers, he actually wore those ruby quartz lenses to hold back his optic blasts.
You're right.
And that's probably what you were thinking of.
But his was always sunglasses.
Well, they're red because it's ruby quartz. It's a very thick lens that's got to hold that back. Otherwise, he'd blow your face off.
We're talking like the vanity glasses where it looks like prescription, but there's nothing there.
Where I just ran into a guy at a wedding and I was like, oh, you wear glasses? Oh, no, it's just for fun.
Just for the look of it.
That's
it's kind of
awesome.
like if you...
I just took some insulin for fun.
One there, one there. It's kind of like if you put contact lenses in.
Nikki, you don't wear glasses, so
that's why it's so different.
You don't consider it to be. So basically, when other people make fun of disabilities, and then somebody who has a disability is like, hey, don't make fun of that. That's me. And you're like, oh, it's no big deal.
It's not. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to say any more about that. But
See,
again.
and Nikki's just like, look, it's not the same. All you glasses wearers are the same.
That's not
You're
at all
all
what
the
I
same.
said. I'm
So
just-
sensitive.
What you do is you know, we say one thing and then you go all the way over there.
Oh, you mean when I compare it accurately to what's going on?
Okay.
Both are prescribed items from a medical practitioner to correct a problem.
I guess you're right.
I mean, it's just that glasses are more common. And so you're like, well, then that makes it fine.
It's fine.
It's no big deal.
Well, thank you, everybody, for texting. 877-2-RADIO-U. You're more than welcome to anytime.
Monster.
Oh, you're such an Obie.
You know what, Nikki? So how are those alternate careers starting to look now?
Pretty good, actually.
Little better?
We talked earlier about another possible career choice for me as I move on from what I'm doing here.
Because we said it was a little too stressful. Kyle says Nikki is clearly non-script.
I do not wear glasses. I probably could. I probably should.
She leans forward and squints really hard, but no glasses for her.
I don't. I do not. I'm not going to find out, though. I don't want to know.
Right. Because, if you ignore it, I'm sure it'll go away.
That's what happens. It totally goes away. It doesn't become a problem until you find out it's a problem. I'm perfectly fine.
We're learning a lot about each other today.
We are.
And you know what? Good friendships, over time, you grow. And it's like, do you get tired of each other?
Nope.
No, because every person is a bottomless well from which you can always draw new droughts of intimacy.
Ugh, that is just so poetic.
You're welcome.
So nice.
Hey, so what do you think of Obadiah?
The truth is, he's not a very nice person.
Okay, well, what about Nikki?
The very best there is.
You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
I want to say hi to Heather, friend of the show, who has been posting pictures of what she did. Looks like she took like a half a weekend or something. I don't know. Maybe she was off all week, but she went kayaking in the UP, Upper Peninsula in Michigan. Man,
is it beautiful?
Yeah, she called it National Lakeshore. It's in, or is like off of Hiawatha National Forest. I want to do that.
Why don't you go kayaking?
I want to do that. Like, that looks like so much fun. I went kayaking while I was in Oregon and had a blast. Like, where was I? At Diamond Lake, which is also a national park, but it's not a state. Like, I can't remember what it's called, but whatever. Part of a national park system out there, and it was really awesome. But dude, I want to go there. I either want to rent a kayak. I thought about buying a kayak, which I realize this whole show is me talking about buying stuff. But
now that is, I warn you, because we have a kayak because Eric uses it.
Is that something you buy and then you never use?
It's not that bad, but you never use it as much as you think you're going to. Because when it comes to like the days you can actually go kayak, we have a lot of nice kayaking places around here.
Yeah.
But you just don't have enough time, or you're like, oh, it's so hot, or it's so cold, or it's so rainy, or it's so buggy. You just don't use it like you think you would.
I can see that, because that was one of the conversations I had with, friends in Oregon, where it was like, if we lived here, we could kayak all the time because it's like 73 degrees every day. There aren't a lot of, it's just this perfect place.
Yeah.
And that's life in the Pacific Northwest. But shoot, I want to go kayaking on this island.
So where is it?
It's like Upper Peninsula, Michigan, Munising. It's inside Hiawatha National Forest, I believe. It looks awesome. I guess my question would be, I wonder what the temperature's like there.
Because I'm sure the park has a thing.
Let's see if we can find out what they're.
It must be colder than.
Well, it would have to be, right?
Lower, yeah.
Well, oh gosh, high of 69 today, high of 74 tomorrow.
Doesn't that sound nice?
Low
you
of
could go there
low of 55.
You could go there and kayak in a hoodie. Remember what hoodies were like? Remember? We love hoodies.
I could camp up there.
I bet that is pretty. You should do it. You should do it before the fall hustle and bustle.
What if I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like, because it's a forest, if you go in mid-October, like you'll never make it because there's so many people.
I don't know. You'd have to maybe ask her.
Or you know what? When is peak foliage in that park? Because it's further north, so like autumn really comes a little sooner.
Is she still there? Can you ask her to go to the...
Heather, I have a lot of information that I need.
Could you please go to the park house or whatever it's called and find out all the answers?
Seth said it was -20 when I went to the UP in winter.
No, that's too much.
That's going to be a little much.
We're not going then anyways.
No.
That's not good kayaking weather.
I almost went there last year in August, and everybody's like, no, they have a real black fly problem.
The mosquitoes?
No, they're
the
black flies.
That's it.
People literally talked me out of it. So I want to go. I still want to go.
Put it down. You should go. We talk about things.
Yep.
But we don't do it. Are we going to do it? Because you need to.
Are you going to buy that copy of Madden?
I don't need to do that.
You know what? You're right.
It's not you. Go do it.
I like it.
Go up there.
Wait. What if we go as a show?
With the Rats, a big riot skips work. That's like we're skipping work a few days.
It's only travel time seems to be between 8 and 9 hours. So you can only stream for 4 hours at a time on Facebook. So that's like 2.5 videos.
You can see some of us will nap. We'll take turns trading off driving.
No big deal.
Yeah. If not, maybe you just go and let me know how it is.
I'll tell you right now, a huge Riot road trip that we streamed the whole time.
You guys would love that.
That would be awesome.
The whining, the loathing, the insightful commentary on postmodern historical doctrine. Okay, maybe not the last one. You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
Okay, yesterday was a big Reese's day for us, and I'll tell you why. Nikki and I went to Krispy Kreme and tried the Reese's donuts.
It's like their collab that they're doing.
Yeah, you can see that video in the same place you can find the interview that Nikki was just talking about. But then I realized yesterday afternoon, I went to the store, and I really kicked the hornet's nest on this, but I found near checkout. Now, it was August 8th, okay? And there at checkout, they had Reese's Pumpkins.
Oh, it's time already?
Okay. What do you think? Do you think...
Is it Halloween candy time?
I don't think it is.
So wait,
to me, it's just
August,
like, guys...
September. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like this is the window. It's usually
Nikki,
2 to 3 months.
It's 11 weeks from Halloween.
Yeah, but this is pumpkin. It's not
weeks.
Halloween. It's not Halloween. It's fall-ish.
See, to me, I don't even want to see
When
a pumpkin
is
till September 23rd.
So think about that as the starting off point.
So we're like 7 weeks out.
Yeah, that's candy time.
Oh my gosh.
There's nothing else they have.
No, I'll tell you what. Here's the problem. I thought about all of this as I was standing there waiting to check out. Is that stores, so it started out like, hey, we'll make little bits of holiday candy and put it out. And eventually, manufacturers started making so much holiday candy and like goods, the stores started making areas of the store that was just whatever the seasonal items is. Well, this feeds back into our dislike of August, because what is August? It's a big hot nothing.
It's the January of the summer months.
There's nothing here. There's nothing to celebrate in August. So are you going to celebrate what? Labor Day? Hey, Labor Day does not have any official foods, candies, or mascots.
But you get the day off.
So, okay.
But we don't get any in August.
But I'm just saying, even Labor Day, there's nothing they can sell you about Labor Day. Labor Day is one of the last unexploited American holidays, right? There's nothing there. So, like Obadiah's birthday, nobody's buying that. October, we got I guess we got Halloween. So once we cleared out all the 4th of July stuff from that section, we need something.
But I don't go and get my pumpkins on Halloween night. So I don't count pumpkin stuff as the countdown to Halloween. I count it to the countdown to fall stuff.
Okay.
And fall for me does start earlier in September.
In August?
No, I would say September.
When? To me.
Middle of September. Pick a date.
Second, third week. Maybe.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
So it's not that bad when you think of it counting to that. We're not counting to Halloween night.
I just know I'm sweating to death. I walk in the store, whatever, and they're like, here, have some pumpkin. And you're like, what are you talking about?
You should be realizing we're getting awfully close to the start of when you start seeing Christmas stuff in Costco.
Now, that's true.
Because that comes up very, very early.
Costco's sick. They tried to sell me a winter coat in May. They're like, make sure you're ready for this winter.
It is the season. It's what they do.
All right.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
I've never sewed meat before.